What is up, YouTube? It's Andro Koen. Hope you're doing well. So we're coming on to the end of 2024, and I assume if you clicked on this video, you want to make a shit ton of money going into 2025. And I was the exact same about 2 years ago, and it's crazy how fast things can change. And 2 years ago, it was New Year's. Everyone was partying. The fireworks went off. And my one wish was just to make a shit ton of money. Like that was my only goal. I just did not want to be broke. So if there's a couple things you want to focus on going into 2025 to make the most amount of money possible, this is exactly what I would do. So I made a couple notes here on my phone. So if I look down, I'm actually recording this on my phone as well. And the audio is pretty decent. So anyway, I know your time is valuable. So let's hop straight into it. So number one is read biographies like my life depends on it. And I've recently started doing this quite a lot, just devouring biographies and autobiographies. And that's essentially a book written about a certain person, usually someone who's achieved some form of success, right? And this is crucial. And reading in general, I don't know if I put this on my notes, but like reading in general. And I'm going more into the biography route now. So actually reading stories of the greats. And Charlie Munger, he says that my whole life, and this is a Warren Buffett, or he was Warren Buffett's business partner, so rest in peace, Charlie. My whole life, I've known no wise people who didn't read all the time. None, zero. He didn't know a single person, like any wise guy, right, who didn't read all the time. None, okay? During his entire lifetime, he died at the age of 99. And also, he loved going on breakfast, like, I don't know if you can call it dates, but breakfast runs with people. And he would arrive like 60 minutes earlier. And people would think, oh shit, like I made him wait, like I should have been here earlier. But he was just sitting there reading. And he said as well, there's no time wasted with a book in your hand. So all these guys say like reading is so important. And I want you to pick up this habit. It's so crucial as well because you learn to extend your attention span. And it's like forced meditation as well. Because you can't, if you're reading, you can't just like focus on something else. Like you have to focus on what you're reading. And it's delayed gratification. It's long-term thinking. It's being able to control your impulses. It's such a valuable skill. It's like a meta skill. And here's a quote or a tweet I wrote out, which says, readers are leaders. Jeff Bezos sold books before he built Amazon. You know, the store was called Cadabra, and he sold books. Obviously, he was pretty passionate about books, right? Warren Buffett reads 600 pages a day. And a funny quote, not a quote, but something funny I read somewhere. Someone asked Warren Buffett, like, how can I be exactly like you? And Warren Buffett said, read 500 pages a day. Like, that's exactly what he said. And Charlie Munger obviously said, there's no time wasted with a book in your hand. And he would read a lot, devour, like he had like shelves of biographies of the greats in his room, just like reading all the time. Napoleon traveled with libraries, like Napoleon Bonaparte. And business is the closest cousin to war, okay? And Napoleon was probably one of the greatest conquerors that ever lived. And he traveled with libraries, with books. Bill Gates takes annual reading retreats. So he goes out to his cottage and he gets like a couple books and he just reads for 2 weeks straight. No distractions, nothing. And I don't know if you got that. I'm actually recording on my phone. I think I already mentioned that. But it's so important. And especially biographies, especially now as well. Because on social media, you see like a highlight reel of someone's journey that is like a minute long. And you see like 6 months ago, they worked at McDonald's and now they've got like this massive empire making hundreds and thousands of dollars a month, millions of dollars a year. And that's their journey. It's like, no, you want to read a biography that shows someone's entire journey. And just to give you some hope as well, Jeff Bezos, who owns the biggest e-commerce company in the world, Amazon, right? He started and founded Amazon at the age of 30. Elon Musk founded SpaceX at 30. And another thing I want to mention, someone asked Elon, like, how did you even go about starting SpaceX? Like, how did you even get all this knowledge? Books. He said he picked up books on rockets, how to build rockets, and just read them. So if that doesn't propel you and encourage you to pick up books, and especially biographies, right? I don't know what will. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is continue investing in my skills and education. This is big. I'm actually going to a mastermind in Dubai, 2025 March, so next year March, just to learn from people ahead of me. Sabri Subi is actually going to speak at that mastermind, and he's got the biggest agency in Australia, like the biggest, just like the biggest agency in Australia, makes like lots of money. Okay, he's an amazing marketer as well. He's got a book called Sell Like Crazy. It's like a red cover. But anyway, I'm constantly investing in my knowledge and my skills through mentors and programs. Recently, I invested $8,000 in a program. I'm going to a mastermind in March, like I mentioned. Just constantly investing. And if it wasn't for all of these skills I gathered, I would not have been here so quickly. And the thing is, I would have 100% achieved my goals. Like, I truly believe that. Like, every single goal I put out there, I achieve, right? But the only question you should ask yourself is, do you want to achieve this goal in 3 years or 6 months? That's the only question. And even Alex Hormozi said this. He's been in business for 13 years. And the only shortcut that ever exists, the only shortcut is buying the time of people more successful than you, so you can implement that and ultimately achieve your goals quicker. And he paid $120,000 for, I think it was 3 or 4 hours with Grant Cardone, because Alex Hormozi wanted to start a personal brand, right? And now this was like a couple of years ago. He wanted to start a personal brand, and he obviously, Grant Cardone had a personal brand that he wanted to emulate at the time. Now he's like way bigger. But anyway, that just goes to show you will surpass your mentors as well if you constantly invest in your education. And then, essentially what Grant Cardone told him is like, just post more. Like, you're not doing enough. Now Alex Hormozi is posting like 300, 400 videos a week. And that's also what we do with our agency, actually. So we do like this mass organic content system for personal brands, and podcasts in general. So continue investing my skills, and that is how I was able to go from $0 to $23,000 a month in 4 months. Is because I invested in my education, in knowledge, right? Super important. And number 3 is prioritize my health, exercise, sleep, whole foods. Super important. And even Ty Lopez, he released a video, I'm reading from my phone here, and he said the title of the video was it's impossible to make real money if your energy is low. And how do you increase your energy? Is through optimizing your sleep, optimizing your health. Like, I never sacrificed on my health when building my business, and I see this a lot with a lot of entrepreneurs. They sacrifice their health to make wealth, just to sacrifice their wealth to make to get their health back. This is called circular logic. It's like literally decreasing the one to increase another, and then decreasing the one you just increased. Like, it just doesn't make sense at all. Why don't you just focus on all of it simultaneously and do like the whole 1% improvement thing every single day? Like, focus on your health, wealth, relationships every single day. That's why I don't quite like the monk mode thing. It's because you are cutting out things that are necessary in your life. You're just going to self-sabotage. That's the thing. The reason you self-sabotage is because you are suppressing parts of yourself that needs to be expressed. Like the fact that you want to socialize. Like, you can't just cut that out. With like monk mode, you're going to go crazy. You need an outlet. And with all, we can go into like the shadow that Carl Jung calls it. You like the suppressed parts of yourself, like the envy, the jealousy, maybe the anger, the pride. That's all fine. You should learn to recognize and integrate it, right? But that's in a bit of a different territory. If you want some more help with that, that's in our paid community, right? And if you want to join that, you can schedule a consultation call below. It's a one-on-one call with me just to see if you're a good fit. It's just like ultimate killers in our field. It's like our exclusive paid community, but there's the module on that. It's like a 2-hour video. But anyway, number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So number 4 is focus on building your personal brand. Like, this is just massive. Always look what people are doing, not necessarily what they are saying. People say, oh, do this, do that, but like, look at their actions, because that's ultimately how you judge someone is through their actions. And all these big people, even, this is kind of funny, like Iman Gaji he's like coining this right now. He's like, his entire marketing message is going to change. So let me explain. Iman Gadji's recently started to post a lot of videos on personal branding, right? And his new marketing message is going to be start a personal brand and monetize it through a community. That's going to be his main marketing message. He hasn't released anything yet, but I can almost 99% guarantee he's going to do that. The reason is because he recently said that he invested in a software company. Like he's put a large amount of his net worth into a software company. And I'm 99% sure it's school.com. So he's going to invest in school.com. So he's going to be like a co-founder, I assume, or like, I don't know, part of the marketing director or something like that. But it's going to be Alex Hormozi, Sam Ovens, and Iman Gadji behind School. So School is going to grow massively. That's exactly why we are going all in our personal brand in 2025. Quentin and I, with our personal brands and also the School of Athens podcast. Podcasts are just massive at the moment. The demand for podcasts has surpassed blogs, right? Recently, the graph shows like, the demand for podcasts has recently just surpassed blogs. But the thing is, there's 1 billion blogs, but only 4.3, or at the time of this recording, probably close to 5 million podcasts compared to 1 billion blogs. And the demand for podcasts has just increased. That goes to show all that demand has to go somewhere. So it's spread across 5 million podcasts instead of 1 billion blogs. So podcast, start a podcast. Trust me, it's going to be massive. That's also why, Ty Lopez he just started his Here in My Garage podcast. I won't even be surprised if Iman Gadji starts a podcast like Big Day Cast or something. So that's going to be his entire message is personal brand plus community, right? That's going to be his entire. And the thing is, he's going to have an affiliate code in his description where he's going to tell people, join the community or build a community. Use my link down below. He's going to get monthly affiliate commissions and he's going to make a shit ton of money. So if you want to make a lot of money, build a personal brand and monetize it through some form of a community. Okay. That's that part. Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So find something you're passionate about and go all in. And this is very contradicting because a lot of people say, don't follow your passion. But I've watched or I listened and I read so many biographies of people telling me, well, not personally telling me, but you know what I mean. I read it. You need to find something you're passionate in. Steve Jobs talks about this a lot. Even Charlie Munger, he's like the smartest guy who's ever lived. Well, not ever lived, but in recent times, Charlie Munger. And he says he was never good at something he wasn't deeply passionate about. Because if you're deeply passionate about something, you learn about it during your off times. You work on it longer than usual, which means you'll become better at it than most people who just like do it for work's sake and to make money. So you will make more money as well. So you need to find something you're passionate about. All these big entrepreneurs and founders talk about this. You need to find something you're passionate about. And Paul Graham, he also said, how to do great work. He's got like an essay on that. And he mentions that if you are going against someone who's passionate about his work and someone is not, like the one who's passionate about it is just going to lap you. Like, he's just going to overlap you. It's just how it works because he's constantly researching about it. He's constantly in the field. He just loves it. And recently I've seen a lot on social media, especially that you shouldn't follow your passion. Like, passion is BS. I don't know about that. I think passion is extremely important. I also think it will help you a lot, especially in the long term. I feel like at the start, maybe not, don't follow your passion as much because you just want to build a business. That's why I keep on preaching, start a service-based business at the beginning because you want some cash flow coming in and then you can use that cash flow to fund your passion project. And it's not like a passion project, it's like your actual all-in business. And Steve Jobs has a quote that says, have the courage to follow your heart. It somehow already knows what you want to become. And that's passion. That's love for the game. And that's ultimately how you will, get the best results for the long term. It's like the guy who loves walking will walk further than the guy who just loves the destination, Like the destination is like making money. But if you truly just love the business you're in, the space you're in, you will just make more money as a byproduct, even though it's not, obviously it's a goal. Like I want to make a lot of money as well. But like if I love the work, that's also amazing, right? So this might seem a bit contrary to what people say, but I truly believe it's important. So the next one, and I recently changed my opinion about this. Live on as little as possible and invest the rest. So live as frugally as possible. And recently, a lot of entrepreneurs are following the whole, keeping up with the Kardashians and just this lifestyle creep stuff. And I'm going to be like the first one to say, like, I want to live on as little as possible, save all of it, and just invest for the long term. Like I'm even not as motivated by material things. I know some people are literally motivated by material things. I took a test. I am much more motivated by freedom. So I'm 76 out of 100 for freedom. So I just want to work wherever I want, when I want. I recently posted a tweet, and if you're not following me on Twitter, like I don't know what you're doing. Twitter is like the spot to be. So I wrote this tweet. Here's another one. Like my tweets are just like banger. Just like follow me on there. It's in the description down below. Where is this? Yeah. It's not that hard work is the enemy. It's being told to work hard. You'll happily work hard if it's from your own accord. You despise being told to do anything. That's why the greatest pursuit is that of freedom. Not the freedom to act, but the freedom to choose. So it's not necessarily always to travel, to do this. It's the choice you have to do whatever you want. And most of the time, I choose to work, I choose to produce, I choose to create, because that's more fulfilling. Okay? So my goal is to invest, like, I didn't write this down or whatever, but my goal is to invest like $10,000 to $20,000 per month. Like that's my goal. People's goal is to buy this car, make this amount of money. My goal is to invest $10,000 to $20,000 a month. Every single month. Like that's my goal. And that seems like weird, like what on earth? But let's just like do the math on this. So can I do ChatGPT and voice memo? Let's see. If I invest, let's just say $10,000 per month, right? For, let's say 20 years, compounded at, let's say 9% a year. How much would that be? Let's see what ChatGPT has to say. Usually I use the voice note, but I'm recording a voice note right now. So yeah, it will probably mess with that. So let's see. So $10,000 per month for 20 years. So then I'll be 32. I'll still be extremely young. Like my testosterone will be through the roof, richer than ever, better looking than ever. So yeah, it's like $7 million. Okay? 7 million. So that's ultimately the main goal. And obviously it compounds over that. Like 20 years, not that much. Let's even say like 40 years. How about 40 years? Let's just ask ChatGPT. How about 40 years? Cool. This will be like closer to 20, I assume. I'm saying like 20 million. Probably a bit more. Oh my gosh. 47 million. So and then I'll be like 62. Okay, that's $47 million. And that's $10,000 a month. I'm going to invest way more. Like in the future, upcoming years, like it'll be $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month. I'm going to invest. So I'm going to live on as little as possible, keep my overhead as little as possible. I don't need another car. Like I'm very content. Like, but I'm just going to, people want to increase the responsibility through buying stuff, material things, keeping up with the Kardashians. I'm just going to increase my responsibility by, taking a debit order on my account and just investing all of that. Like I just love investments in general. In my education, in S&P 500, all of that. Okay, like Alex Emoji says, S&P 500 and then the S&P 500. Like that's ultimately that's the goal. All right. So last one is to advertise more, increase the inputs. No one knows you exist. That's massive. And obviously Alex Emoji has this rule of 100. Just do like 100 inputs of whatever it is. Like if it's DMs, cold calls, cold emails, like $100 a day on ads. I'm just going to do way more inputs going into 2025. Increase the content, more content. I'm just going to do like one a week still. Maybe introduce shorts. I'm not sure. I've got like a whole catalog of shorts I want to share. But I'm not sure if that's like, I'm not sure. Yeah. You can leave in the comments down below if you'd like to see shorts on my YouTube as well. Do the long form and then increase the podcast, more content going live there. Just like more advertising in general, paid ads, just spend more money on ads, do more reach outs, just more in general. I think that's truly what it comes down to, is just increasing your inputs. So I don't really have much more to add there, but you think you might be doing a lot, but you don't realize how much it really takes to become successful. Like, people deeply underestimate how much volume it takes, like deeply. They don't even have a clue, really. They think they're doing much because they don't really have they don't have anyone to compare it to. Like, they just compare it to their previous selves who didn't do much. So just to reiterate and go through the stuff. So read biographies like your life depends on it. And biographies in general. There's a good rule of thumb to do like 70% biographies and 30% like modern business. But the thing is, there's no real skill called business. Like, business doesn't exist. That's why I don't really like the whole education system around business, because the skill business doesn't exist. It's more like, it's psychology, it's ethics, game theory, mathematics, science, scientific method, biology, how things are like a fractal and how it expands. Like, there's a lot I can say about that. Psychology, like business really at a mass scale is psychology. Like, the best business people are just masters at psychology. Take Elon Musk, for example. All right. So, just read a lot more. And there's a recent biography I listened to. Let's see if I can find it. Super good. What was his name? Let me just check for you. All right. I think it's like he's from China. Let's see what was his name. So his name was Haruki Murakami. So Haruki Murakami. Yeah, that's definitely not how you pronounce it. But essentially, he had a very, very good routine. So he would wake up, doesn't matter what time, and then he would write for 5-6 hours a day. And then he would jog for like an hour. And then the rest of the day, he would just read, listen to music, chill out. And that's essentially it. Dinner, family time. That's like an amazing routine. Forever. And he said he'd just do that forever. So first block of your day, deep work. Cal Newport, if you haven't read the book, you can only do productive work for like 4 hours every single day. After that, it's more like shallow work and more destructive work, really. So 4 hours every single day forever. It's not that successful people work a lot. They're just very consistent. If you write 1 page a day, right, for a book, let's say you're writing a book. If you write 1 page a day, it might not seem like much, but every single year you are publishing a book, of like 400 pages, 365, okay? So every single year you're writing a book if you just write 1 page a day. So it comes down to doing deep work every single day forever. And then after that exercise, focus on your health, like I just mentioned. Like Tai Lopez recently released a video called, it's impossible to make real money if your energy is low. And how do you optimize your energy? Through your health, eating whole foods, getting sunlight, drinking clean water, all that stuff you should do. That's also why I love what we're building at the School of Athens. It's a combination of everything, because health and wealth go together. Like Tai Lopez just mentioned, you can't make real money if your energy is low. And that's also why I was able to build my agency so quickly, is because my health was like, I never sacrificed my health. It was like peak, whole foods, sauna. I got a cold plunge standing right here. Like, I bought myself a cold plunge. It's literally like right there. I still need to set it up, which is crazy. Like, I bought this a week ago and it's still standing here because there's no ROI in setting this thing up. Like, I would rather source it out. I would rather just work on my program because, anyway, I'm crazy like that. People would tell me, like, why don't you just set this thing up? Like, the ROI in this is like terrible. I would rather just pay someone. So focus on your health. And then continue investing in my skills and education. Like I mentioned, my goal is to invest like 70% of what I make. Just like put it into investments. Maybe some crypto here and there. Just investing in my skills, education, and then obviously the markets, right? And I just want to complete my point on the School of Athens, like the health and wealth. That's just why I love what we're building, because, you know, I am deeply passionate about business and making money. And Quentin is deeply passionate about biohacking and living life to your fullest through optimizing your health. And that's why we combine the two, because it is through combining them. And, you know, like the founder I just mentioned, what was his name? It's like Harikumi or something, right? He would work 4 hours a day, exercise, just go run for an hour a day, and then read and like study and listen to music and chill out. Because, where did I write this? I wrote it somewhere. I think it was on my Twitter. Just another reason to follow my Twitter. Yeah. So the key to making stupid amount of money forever. So this is actually a very, very good tweet. It's exactly what I'm teaching about right now. So stuff your mind with the ideas of the greats. Is literally like read the greats, biographies, through books and podcasts, then shut your mind off completely. Either going for long walks, runs, meditation, resting, listening to music. The best ideas come from this state. So that's why that routine is so good. 4 or 5 hours every single day work. Go to the gym, run, exercise, eat healthy food, sunlight, whatever. And then after that, read, go for long walks, get some sunlight, you know the drill. And then shut your mind off completely. Then your mind will start to process all these thoughts, and then you come up with these amazing ideas. That's how you do it. And then focus on building a personal brand. This is obviously massive. Podcast, as I mentioned, is growing. The demand is massive, and the supply is a lot less than blogs, like I mentioned. And Iman Gadji invested in school.com with Alex Amosi and Sam. Yeah, just like the marketing behind this is going to be massive. And obviously, if the platform is growing, every single, like a rising tide raises all ships, right? So, yeah. And then find something you're passionate about, like we are with the School of Athens. Yeah, just like crazy passionate about that. So we will just work forever because we just love it. And frugality, that's big. I don't see this message quite a lot, especially nowadays. People would like to show the lifestyle. Obviously, there's a certain aspect to it, but don't go crazy on it. The lifestyle creep can definitely, I would just rather invest all that money. And I'm still driving like my car I got from when I was like 18, still driving the same car. My rent is like $400, $500 a month. And this might seem crazy to people, but like, just get a nicer apartment. But I'm just investing all that money, spoiling my family, giving them some money, and helping some people in need, and just investing the rest. Like, that's all. But I don't really care about the material stuff. Like, I don't even have a watch. Like, I have nothing. I can buy all of this stuff. I can buy like a nice car cash, but like, I wouldn't, it's like, I'm not really motivated by that. If I have like millions and millions, like in the bank, like millions of dollars, sure, I'll buy a Porsche and all of that. But like, if I can't buy it like 10x, like if I can't buy it 10 times over, it's not really worth it. So yeah, it's just like an ego thing, really. So yeah, and then advertise more, increase the inputs. You already know the game. But yeah, if you want some more information on everything I just discussed, if you want to join our exclusive community, you can schedule a call with me down below. And this is only for people making around $1,000 to $5,000 a month with their online business, and you just want to grow rapidly, be surrounded by like-minded people all on the same journey. I share exclusive info on there, and you also get access to all of the modules on, the biohacking, like I just mentioned, to optimize your health and also make as much money as possible through your agency. Or if you want to pivot into more of a consulting thing, we can help you with that as well. So if you want to join that, I first have to see if you qualify, because we only want people who are really invested in their health. So like, if you really want to be as healthy and as jacked as mentally possible, jacked physically, mentally, and financially, right? And then obviously you want to focus on making as much money as possible, creating that generational wealth. To see if you qualify, you can book a call with me. So it's just going to be with me. I don't have like a sales team or anything like that. So it's just going to be a call one-on-one with me. Schedule that. And if you're not yet ready for that, maybe just starting out, our free community is growing massively. So that's the second link. You can join that. There's like 900 people in there, and it's all growing through word of mouth. So that just goes to show how good our product is. It's like 20 hours of free content to help you grow your agency, sign a couple clients, and then you can upgrade to the paid one. That's the entire game plan. And then, if you want to join our newsletter, there's also the link down below, and all my socials, all of that. But enough of the plugging. I see you. I'm definitely going to be doing another video soon before 2025, and that's going to be in a different location. It's going to be a pretty cool location, so stay tuned for that one, and that's going to be next week. So I see you on next week's video. Bye bye.